Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Danielle
And I'm Stephanie.
and together we clean homes for free. In today's episode, this is Steph's first clean back. That is your first clean back in this video, isn't it?
Yeah. So in last week's video, we were sitting outside of this house doing the voiceover, and we were saying, we were about to head into my first clean back. And on this day, we got the kitchen done, and Danielle also got the bathroom started, but we did actually lose some of the bathroom footage. And then the bathroom footage that we've got, we're going to kind of keep to release.
We didn't lose the footage, the phone died, so we actually didn't
Same kind of
get
thing.
any of the footage. Well, no, I feel like we usually lose footage, but this time it was we didn't even get the footage to lose it.
The phone died. So my phone, because we used two phones, and Danielle was using my phone in the bathroom, and I was using the other phone because I couldn't get my phone to connect with the tripod that we got. And so you were using my phone, and the battery on it is just so bad. I bought the phone refurbished, and it's just terrible.
It's not great.
But yeah, and in this clean, Danielle, you just see her doing literally everything, and I'm just like doing the sink and like two little tiny bunkers, and that's all I do, and the floor. Whereas Danielle, you just kind of whiz around the whole place. But you were saying that you were having problems with your
focus, like just trying to stay. Do you know what? To start off with, I was fine, but the closer I got to like the end of the kitchen, and then at one point I was like, I'm just going to leave you to do the rest of the kitchen. I'm going to move on to the bathroom, and then I was just kind of a bit all over the place. I'd do one task and I'd half do it, and then I'd be like, oh, I want to do this now, and
but you always went back to it.
Yeah.
Also, what's the story with the wall there?
So I went to go and wipe the walls because there's a lot of like food splatter, but the walls haven't been painted with a wipeable paint. So when I've wiped the walls, the paints came off, and I went, nope, not doing that.
So you just leave like those big streaks on the walls?
Yeah, I did, unfortunately. But this gentleman, he is meant to, well, we say he's meant to be getting a lot of help done and the house done up a bit, but it's taken its time.
We've never gone into a house and been so angry at other people.
Yeah.
Because this man has just been so let down by the system.
At every angle he's been let down by anyone that's reached out and offered him support, and he hasn't received it.
Yeah, and he kept saying to us, you are the first people who've actually said they're going to help and then come in and help. And it's heartbreaking. And we'll kind of get to his story, but in terms of this house, the whole house needs ripped out and replaced. Danielle's wearing a big fluffy jumper here because there is no heating in this house. There is no hot water. The house itself is basically falling apart. It's just disgusting situation that this
anybody
man is in.
To be left to live in a situation like that is awful. And I'm really touched by his story and just him as a person. He seems like a lovely person. But yeah, I just feel so bad, and I'm like, well, I know like the cleans we're usually doing, and we're like kind of in and out, but usually like that's enough, and we know they've got support from other places. But I'm like, what else could we do for him? Because
and we are doing more for this man than what we would normally do. So first of all, we went to this house about a month ago, and when we went in, we'd kind of been misinformed of the situation. We went in and he was kind of like, so I need all of this gone and all of this gone and all of this gone, and we were just like, okay, well, we weren't prepared to do that today. We've come here to clean. That's what we were kind of led to believe was what was to be done. And so we had to leave, and then we phoned Trash Converters, which, if you don't already know, is a local rubbish removal company, or they do like house clearances and things. And Cadham very generously gave us a highly discounted rate, but I mean, it was £300, and that was at discount for him to basically clear this house of what needed cleared, so that we could then get in there to clean. So this is after the house has been cleared of like rubbish and things. So thankfully we didn't have to do that. But this gentleman, we were actually contacted originally. Oh, here's the yucky sink.
Yeah.
Danielle hated this sink, so I had to do it all.
I hate most sinks, so Steph does the sink. Look at it. Oh.
And just before I get into his story, see with this sink, all of this like stuff in the sink, it's all like coffee grains and the tea bag
Like the inside of
tea leaves. Yeah. It's all coffee grains and tea leaves, so it actually wasn't that bad, but it was very clogged, and it's still clogged. You don't see it, but I do like pour like 6 loads of hot water down it and use drain unblocker and things like that. But yeah, so back to this gentleman, you know, we were originally contacted by a support worker, so we just assumed, you know, he's already getting the support he needs, but he's not getting enough support. The more that we talk to him, the more we realise, you know, not enough's been done. He's not getting the correct financial support that he should be getting. He's not getting all the money that he's entitled to. Apparently, his landlord is not even registered, so he's living in illegal conditions right now because... And, you know, we kind of spoke to him and said, your landlord has a responsibility to get that heating back on. And he was like, oh, but he comes and goes with the rent, so it's fine. He was like, he can put the heating back on, but I can't afford the oil for the house. And we're just like, no, he should update the heating system then.
It makes me so angry that it's like, yeah, he's coming and going with the rent, but he shouldn't even be taking any rent off you when you're living in these conditions. It's not,
And the gentleman that lives here is in a very vulnerable position. You know, he has bipolar and other mental health things going on, but actually the main thing and the reason we were contacted in the first place is he has just had major surgery and was battling cancer. The week that we did this clean last week, he was actually cleared of the cancer. But yeah, and I mean, we're just so angry at the world for this, on behalf of this man. We're so angry. So once we left this house, well, first of all, thank you to the 2 people that gifted us hoovers or vacuum cleaners, because we've actually re-gifted one of them to this man because he doesn't have one. His floors are a state, you know, even the floors need replaced, but he wants to help himself. And so, you know, while we were in the kitchen and the bathroom, he was trying to tidy up his bedroom. You know, he asked to use the hoover. That's how we discovered he didn't have one, so we've gifted him the one that we have. So thank you, because it's because of you that we were able to do that. But you know, I think the most heartbreaking thing for me was finding out that he's not eating from plates, and he has no plates and he has no cutlery. He was eating out of a plastic tub with a paint scraper. And when I brought that up with him, he says, oh, that's nothing. Sometimes I eat with broken CDs. And I'm just horrified for him. You know, why is nobody doing anything to help this man? So we've contacted some support services ourselves, and they're going to help him. And we're also going to be going back to him to finish cleaning the rest of the house, to kind of keep tabs on what's happening. You know, I will go and fill out those financial forms for him if I have to. Just, we're
for
so
me,
mad.
It was when I approached him and said, like, listen, we're going to give you this hoover. Like, I got such an emotional reaction from him, and he was like, that's the best thing someone's ever done for me. And just, like, for someone to have that reaction about getting given a hoover, like, I was like, oh my God, this is so sad. Like, And, you know, not to be ever shown that kind of level of kindness in your life, to be that emotional about getting a hoover and be that ecstatic about hoover. I know, like, as you get older, I get excited when I get a new hoover, but do you know what I mean? It was an emotional moment, and that really got it for me. And I'm like, this is something needs to be done for him.
Yeah. And like, so apparently he's supposed to be getting new windows and new doors, but I mean, you'll see yourself, you know, like everything's falling apart. Like the flooring is damaged, the walls are needing redone. There's no cooker. There's like actually no cooker in the house. He's using like this stovetop frying pan thing, which he's made some nice smelling pasta. And a microwave, and that's it. He's not able to wash himself, you know, the house is so cold, and even though there's a shower, there's like 0 water pressure. He said he's going to the swimming pool just to have a shower, basically. He's sleeping in a nest of like blankets and duvets, and I think he's just in that all the time because the house is too cold. And that's on a mattress on the floor, so he doesn't even have a bed. Although we did find out that the day after this clean, one of the support services that we contacted were already aware of him and were already giving him some support, so he was getting a bed that day. However, they were not aware of the extent of the situation. So we've obviously passed that information on, and he will be getting more support now. But yeah, just Oh, I don't think we've ever had such a visceral reaction when doing one of these cleans. And, you know, like, it might not even look that bad in the photos and stuff, but obviously we were there, and it's just, I mean, you can see there's a crack in the window.
Yeah, you could literally push the windowsill and it goes down. It's all, what's the word I'm looking for?
The wood is like rotted.
It's rotted. It's all rotted away. Like, too much pressure on that and the window would fall out.
And the thing is, if the house was up to standard, it would be a beautiful house. You know, it's really high ceilings. It's out in the country.
Such a beautiful view. I was saying to Steph, if this house was like done and it was nice, you'd be cleaning your dishes, looking onto a field, looking onto woods, then looking onto the hills in the background. He was saying, like, you basically get a full view of the sky, like a 360 view of the sky, and you can watch the sun come up and the sun go down, and it is a really beautiful location.
Because, you know, we were kind of like, you know, you could move out and get a better house. You know, you're high priority. You would get housed by the council, but I think he's lived here a long time. He doesn't want to leave. I think for a while, I'm sure he mentioned that he'd lived for like 8 years with a girlfriend, and so that
relationship broke down, which ended him having to come back to this house and it being the way it is.
Yeah, and so and then obviously he's come back. He's had to deal with cancer. And that's the thing as well. So the surgery that he had, you know, he was told he needed that surgery. You know, life-saving surgery. He was told he needed it, and he was not going to go ahead with it because of how bad this house was. He was like, "There's no way I can look after myself. This needs done and that needs done." And so he told his doctors, "I can't go ahead with the surgery until this is all done." And so everybody promised him the world. He's got letters from like Warm Scotland or whatever it's called, you know, saying that they're going to do this and this to help with the heat and the situation, like put insulation and new windows and all of that. He's got letters from social work saying they're going to help. Like, he has all these empty promises and nobody's doing anything for him. It's just heartbreaking. That I hate it so much. I'm so angry. In terms of the actual clean, what was your favourite part, Danielle? I got in there first.
That you did the sink. My least favourite part was trying to work with no heating and hot water.
Yeah, your hands were so cold by the end of it.
Yeah, and do you know what? When we first went in, he was like, I don't know, there's no hot water, or like, what are you? And we were like, listen, we'll still do what we can do. Yeah, we're not gonna turn away and not help you because there's no hot water, because it's not like it'll be fixed next week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, we say, we would prefer to work in homes with hot water, but that's in the kind of situations where people are choosing to put their money on other things and not on their heating. So in those kind of situations, you know, we say, like, if your heating's not broken, make sure you have money on the heating so we can come in and do this. But obviously in situations where there's no heating, like in this house and like the house with the mouse infestation, you know, we're not going to be like, oh, there's no hot water.
We're not going to do it.
Yeah. You don't have the luxury of hot water. You don't have the luxury of us cleaning. We're not like that. So you cleaned this kitchen literally top to bottom. You did all the top cabinets, you did all the bottom cabinets. We don't do inside the cabinets. We had a little peek and he's actually storing his clothes in there. And it was funny because
we are going to go back to him, and I think eventually, like, once we get everything kind of a good level, surface level, I would like to try and get a little bit deeper for him, and a more deep clean for him if he stays here.
But also we're going to be pushing to, you know, to get the kitchen ripped out and replaced, so we're also not wanting to just clean it all to have that done. But it was funny in terms of him keeping his clothes in the cabinets, because we were just having a conversation about that like the week before. Because when I first got with my husband, he just lived in this little tiny granny flat attached to this big posh house. His kitchen was tiny. It was just a kitchen, a bedroom and a bathroom. And he didn't really have any storage. So I went into his kitchen on the first time I stayed over at his house. He'd gone to work, I think. And his kitchen was a mess, obviously. You know, bachelor lifestyle, lived on frozen pizzas. So I was cleaning the kitchen, and I went to put his dishes away, and literally every single cupboard that I opened just had one part of a Christmas tree in it. Because he didn't have anywhere to store his Christmas decorations. He just kind of divvied them up amongst the kitchen cabinets. It was hilarious. Also, at that time, I had never seen an avocado before, right?
What?
Yeah. I had never seen an avocado. And so I was cleaning the kitchen, and I cleared out his little tiny mini fridge that he had. and I found this avocado and I was so disgusted. I thought it was like a rotten pear, and so I threw it away. And then, you know, he came in and he was getting ready to go to football, and he was like, oh, I thought I had an avocado in here. And I was like, well, what does an avocado look like? And yeah, it turns out I'd thrown away a perfectly good avocado, and those things are not cheap.
No, they're not.
Yeah. So yeah, that was just a fun little anecdote for you guys. But we kind of, in this video, we kind of spliced together. We were recording ourselves separately, and then I just kind of spliced bits together. So you'll see Danielle doing a bit and then me doing a bit, and vice versa.
So what was your favourite part of the clean?
My favourite part? That the sink did not remain blocked, because I was so scared that it just was going to stay blocked. But no, I did manage to get the sink cleaned. And then, I don't know if I've already done it because I've not been paying attention. I think it's maybe later. But I use power paste on the bottom of the sink, and I get the black tar stains off as well. I think it is later on. So I quite like that. And then my least favourite part was the walls. Because even after we cleaned everything, see, that was me showing you the paint scraper in the tub. That was what you was eating with. But yeah, the walls were annoying because we couldn't clean them properly. So the kitchen doesn't look clean when we finish, but it's because the walls are dirty. So that's probably my least favourite part.
Can I change my favourite part?
Yeah.
Your outfit.
You're going to get such stick off of everybody about why you're not wearing PPE, especially because I had given you a row before we went into this clean. Remember, because I was like, you'll get bad lungs and stuff, but I mean, that the house literally wasn't that bad. I'm just, it's dusty. That was the only allergen, but you know, I'm not taking any risks, and I got in trouble for not taking enough breaks.
Yes, you did.
The thing is, right, so I get it, I need to take breaks for my health, but also once I stop, I just really struggle to get going again. Like, that's the problem in my own house. You know, there's too many opportunities for me to stop and sit down and be like, okay, I've done this, I'll stop now. And once I stop, that's me.
But do you not think if you stop on a clean with me and I'm like, right, okay, come on, let's go back.
It's just the heart's not there, the energy's not there. I'm just kind of, yeah. But I mean, I do it. And yeah, I'm wearing full PPE. I don't know at what point I put the hood down and don't put it back up, but at some point you get to see my greasy hair as well. But I felt very cute. No, I didn't. I felt awful. But yeah, and we've ordered a lot more of these. Like, they're just suits. Yeah, they're just like paper suits at the minute. But we're looking into getting overalls. So if Lucy and Yak want to sponsor us, we will not say no, because I love their dungarees. Everyone tag Lucy and Yak. Did you see Colleen's video where she's gotten everybody to tag Mr. Beast to sponsor her? That's bloody genius.
No, but that is genius.
Yeah, if he does, I'll be like, Mr. Beast over here too. But yeah, I've never actually thought of other sponsors other than, you know, like, because you obviously...
Your usual, like...
Well, because Ari's sponsored by cleaning companies, and that makes sense. And so I've never actually thought, oh, you know, like, we could get sponsored by other people. I mean, not that we're actually thinking of sponsoring. We got approached by a couple of, like, minor people to do sponsors, and they were asking questions like, how much do you charge for like a 3-minute video or a 7-minute video? And I'm like, I don't know, we are not doing that right now. It's like, not at that level, just growing the channel, doing what we want, not answering to anybody. But you know, Mr. Beast, I'll work out a deal. I'm just kind of waffling now. Don't even know where we're at in this video.
You're kind of like halfway through the kitchen.
Yeah, so I do the sink and I wash the dishes, which I hate. I normally hate washing dishes, but I mean, you were doing everything else, so I couldn't be like, Danielle, go and wash these dishes, because I don't like to do it. I
really don't mind as long as you do the sink.
So I did the dishes, and then I did this like section of bunker, and then I do that section over there. And you know, I actually remembered quite a lot in this video about whenever I moved the camera to like relock the screen. It's really good with it, apart from one section, and oh,
that was me. I was cleaning the light switch.
Oh, I was like, I didn't even notice that when I edited.
Did you not?
No. Anyway, and then so I was really good at locking the screen, apart from this one section where I'm controlling the phone and Danielle's cleaning. So then we're holding up like a torchlight off of another phone, and so at one point the screen looks really purple for some reason. Like, see, that was just a torchlight. It just makes everything a kind of, it gives it a purple tinge. Also, when we started this, it was like early afternoon. It was like 12 o'clock or something, and then we went for 3.5 hours in this house, and then so by the time we finished, it was getting dark, which is just crazy. But that's the Scottish weather for you. And it was really windy that day. And I don't know if you could have heard it on the video, because when I listened to it back, I couldn't hear it. But we're in the car again now.
And it's
really windy again. And I'm like, has it just been windy since we did this house? Because I feel like it has.
Yeah, I think it's had like it's calmed a little bit and then it's picked up and calmed a little bit, but it's very windy today.
Mm-hmm. We're sitting in the car with our hoodies on.
Because I'm freezing. My legs are cold. My feet are cold. My feet are always cold just now. I don't know.
My feet are just always cold in general.
I had my heating on up at 35 before I left the house, and I was still sitting like I am.
Oh my
cold.
God! How can you afford that?
I probably can. At the end of the month, I'm going to be like, oh my God, the bills.
That's 35 degrees Celsius. I normally don't. The highest I ever put my heating is 22, and that's what your standard is.
So yeah, like my standard. So it was 21, and the last week or two I've moved everything up to 22 because I've got like the controls. It's like a morning, day, evening, night. So I can literally have it like 17 in the morning, and then it'll switch over at a certain time to like another time.
So I keep mine on a standard of 18, like all 22. The time, 18, and then when I feel like it's cold, I'll put it up a couple of points just to get the heating to kick on, and then if it's really cold I'll put it on 22. But then my husband will come in and he'll be like, oh, it's so hot in here. He runs so hot, and so does my youngest daughter. She really takes after her dad, and they're both just like sleeping naked and everything, and I'm like, how? So like we have the thinnest duvet on our bed, but it's fine because he runs hot, so I just like snuggle into him and steal his body heat. And he's like, oh my God, your feet are freezing. And I was like, this is how I live my life.
Yeah, so mine just runs on 22, and then I'll put it up to like 24 if I'm wanting a heat, and that'll be enough, and then I'll just leave it until like obviously it switches to either the evening or night or the next.
No wonder you're always cold in my house.
And usually like the new house, having it on 24, that's enough. The heating is really good, and obviously it's different upstairs and downstairs. They work on different thermostats, so I can have it on downstairs and it heats up upstairs. But I was just so cold today sitting upstairs. I put it up to 35 and it was not making a difference.
Maybe you're just coming down.
I think I am.
Well, you know you definitely are, because you've given me whatever you've got.
Yeah,
but
I wasn't feeling great yesterday.
I have quite a good immune system in general, though, I think. So every time you seem to always have some sort of bug, and I'm like,
my immune system is rubbish.
Mm-hmm.
I had a really bad viral infection quite a few years ago now, and I ended up in hospital. And since then, my immune system has just never.
Well, hopefully, like these cleans, they'll
back into being the same.
Well, first of all,
before I started doing the cleans, my immune system was like this, and I was always ill anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not changed.
No, I was gonna say this will probably make your immune system better because it'll build it up. Either that, or you'll get another infection and die.
Well, you can save my life this time.
How am I meant to save you from a viral infection?
Feed me vitamin C.
But yeah, I quite liked cleaning this little thing because it was really greasy from where the cooker used to be. And I think this is the thermostat. Look at how old-fashioned it is. Mm-hmm. But yeah, and what is the cleaners that we're using? Because this is the new kind of bulk order range that we got from...
So one is a degreaser. I think it's the kitchen degreaser.
Okay.
And then the other ones
these are Jangro products, so they're like industrial cleaners for cleaning companies. We kind of bought them to try out with our cleaning company.
And the other one's the multi-surface.
So I really like the multi-surface cleaner when I'm doing the floor. I really felt like that worked well. I didn't even need like water and stuff. Yeah. But I think we figured out that you did not dilute them correctly.
I think I put more product in than needs to be.
Yeah. But they don't really have a smell to them.
No. Mm-hmm. And it didn't leave like a residue or anything like that. So, but are they not? Is that not the? No, it's not.
I don't think it's the natural.
It's not the natural ones.
Yeah. But yeah, so even though this obviously is not a sponsored video, I would just like to say thank you to Ace Power Wash and Discounted Office Supplies, because Ace Power Wash are a local company that gave us like £100 to go and get products from Discounted Office Supplies, and then they matched that donation. So we basically got £200 of cleaning products from this company, Discounted Office Supplies, and they get their products. We chose the Jangro range, so you'll probably see us using a lot of those products, as well as obviously the products that we get on the wish list.
I think I missed a corner of that top cabinet.
Did you?
I think so. When I was watching myself clean it there, all of it looked shiny apart from the top right corner. So guys, you can let me know if I missed it or not.
Oh, we had a mystery in this house as well. So I already cleaned that bunker, but then when you were cleaning, there was suddenly more coffee powder all over the bunker, and we have no idea where it came from. So I think this bit's coming up now when you're cleaning here.
Yeah, and you're holding the torch.
Yeah, so the lighting's going to change, and I'm going to be like holding a torch up. I don't know have I already done it? Why is it not looking...
Not yet.
I was going to say, it's not looking purple yet.
There.
Yeah, look. It looks kind of purpley, doesn't it? I don't know why.
Is it maybe something to do... Because my phone's pink.
Or maybe.
Is it maybe something to do with that?
Yeah, look how dirty that was, though.
Do you know what I mean? Like it...
Possibly. I don't know, I just felt like it kind of looked really purpley in the light, and it's worse when I swapped to the other side as well.
Oh, I really enjoyed cleaning that, actually.
Yeah, it was really good. And then I don't think we get it on camera when you clean that back wall. It does get done, but we somehow don't have footage of it. And it's funny because we obviously were using the torch, but, you know, it turns out we didn't need to. We just needed to unlock the phone and relock it because it hadn't adjusted to the light change.
Oh, look at
the white. Oh, somebody in last week's video or in last week's live commented and said that everybody should just record like a 20 seconds wipe of something and send it to our email address, and we'll make like a wipe compilation video as a Christmas present to Danielle. So if anybody wants to do that, our email address is in our description box on like the about page.
I would really love that.
It would be so funny.
That would
and like
make
we
my
could just release it as a little bonus New Year video, like everybody's like 30-second wipes.
You could make it and you could film my reaction to watching it. We can release that.
Okay.
Because I think, I'd love it.
So if anybody wants to do that, I feel like we're always asking you to send us stuff. Yeah. Send us a postcard, send us money, send us a 20-second wipe video. But you know, we're out here entertaining you folks.
Hopefully. We hope we're entertaining.
Also, I did wash all those dishes and I did record it, and then the video was really long, so I kind of just cut it out because I know some people like watching washing dishes, but I'm not one of them, and I normally watch these videos too.
Do you know what I think? Washing dishes has become a really big chore to us since starting doing this, because it's just, when we see there's loads of dishes, we're like, oh... It doesn't feel like you get a lot done in the space of time.
Yeah, and I always wondered how other cleaners do it. But you know what, Ari, she just boxes them up for people to wash themselves. And then they wash themselves. Yeah. So I really like Ari's videos, but see, the final product that she shows is not, I wouldn't say it's fully accurate. Like, don't get me wrong, she goes into way more detail than what we often do. Like, she cleans like the inside of fridges and all that stuff, and inside of cabinets and stuff, but she also kind of boxes up dirty dishes and moves them out the way, boxes up all the belongings and moves them. All the rubbish, I don't think she always arranges for that to be taken away. So the final video pictures that she takes are not a true representation of how the house condition is left. But I mean, these are free cleanings. We're all going in and we're doing it for free, and however it's done is better than it's left. So
progress, not perfection.
Yeah, so that's not any hate towards Ari, because I watch all of her videos and I love her, but I just feel like, you know, some people do kind of compare you to the other cleaners, and it's like, well, we're all doing things a little bit differently. We're all focusing on different priorities. We're all
aiming to do the same thing. We're going in, we're cleaning for free. We're providing a service and helping in any way we can.
I think we get quite a lot of comparisons to Barbie.
Alright, okay.
As well. And I watch all of her videos too. I really love Barbie. She does, I feel like her cleans are way more extreme than us. I feel relieved for her when her cleans aren't as extreme. Like her latest video is not as extreme as a clean as what she usually does. And I'm like, okay, you get to breathe.
How much time they spend on each clean? Like, do they go in a few days?
Yeah, no, they definitely. Okay. But I know Barbie definitely does. I know Ari, she'll sometimes do like a couple of days or a few days. But she works longer hours than us. You know, we go in and we kind of, I think our average is like 3-4 hours. Yeah. But there's two of us, so that's still like 6 to 8 hours of work.
Yeah. And we're only able to really do like a day.
Yeah. Whereas Ari, she'll go in for like 12-hour shifts and stuff in these houses, and I'm like, how do you manage to do that? And then Barbie as well, she'll go in for like days and days and tackle like the whole house at once, whereas we'll like focus on a couple of areas and then we're like, okay, we'll put you back on the list, because I would very much like to do a little for a lot of people than do everything for one person and then somebody's not getting the help that they need.
Because our list is
so because we can always cycle back and help people more and often you get started on somebody and then they're able to carry on themselves. Yeah,
they have that motivation, that umph to carry
but
on.
yeah, you can kind of see the floor's damaged. Sorry, there's quite a few butt shots in this. Like, I did half of the kitchen floor and realised the camera was behind me, so you just see my bum the whole time. We're kind of finishing up because we haven't included the bathroom footage. It is just the floor left to do, and then that's the end of the video. So as usual, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you want to send us a postcard, the address will be in the description. If you want to send a wipe video,
please do.
The email will be in the about page. And please like, comment, subscribe, join our memberships if you want to, all of that kind of thing. And
turn your notifications on so you can join us when we go live.
Oh yeah, that's the thing as well. We kind of said in our last live, you know, we might start going live every week if we can. You know, going live on a Saturday night, then releasing this on a Sunday night seems to have worked the last few weeks, and it's quite fun.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah, I enjoy the lives.
Yeah. So we hope everybody has a Merry Christmas as well.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it's Christmas in
Merry
a couple
Happy
of days.
Christmas, and if you don't get it, watch the last live.
Yeah. Okay, everyone, bye.
Bye.